Hello, my friends, and welcome back as we continue as Dunland in Divide and Conquer version 5. And this is the start of me trying to have a regular upload schedule. My current plan is Wednesdays will be Dunland, and Saturdays, hopefully, will be the Dunedain. So this week we'll have 2 episodes, and then next week 2 episodes. At least that is my plan. Sometimes things may happen, but I'm going to do my best to actually stick to that. I think having a planned schedule will result in myself making sure to set aside the time to get a recording done. So I'm going to give that a shot. I've got it written down. It's in my calendar. So hopefully we'll see how this goes. We are immediately the turn right after. This is, looks like Argon is rioting. I think we need to send probably these clan spearmen. Yeah, that's enough to hold it. So basically, as I was saying in the last episode, my plan is that we can take Barod Vin, probably attack Barod Vin, and then get peace by giving Enidwaith Argon. Because I don't care about Argon, and I don't care about anything north of the Gwathla River right now. I only care about what is to the south. Now, if the peace option doesn't work, I am not, I am definitely willing to take Elk Food, as it's a very wealthy province. But if we can just take Barod Vin and get peace from there and then move down to Harrod, we can then dedicate our full military effort fighting Rohan. Now, I am starting to wonder, I can't remember if Rohan's starting conditions were changed, but I recall, I'm pretty sure Gallo had to deal with a lot of guys coming down from here, and I remember earlier on in the beta testing, like from the beta testers were saying that, there's a lot of Rohan spam that comes over to the west, and I don't know if that's been toned down or not. It's not too bad right now, but I remember one of my earlier test campaigns as Dunland when I was also working on trying to figure out what the bugs and issues were. I swear by this point there was already like a full stack of Rohan or 2 stacks that were already at the border, and it was very difficult. So things might be a little easier by the time that I've started Dunland, and it might be easier than what you guys have already seen from other YouTubers. Something to kind of keep paying attention to. We're making about 2,000 gold a turn. Dale and Dogoldur are at war, and everything else. So we have some Dunlanding raiders sitting in our capital. I'm more content just to put those up in the fort for now. The reason being, if the goblins ever do attack us, we can have a relatively strong army just kind of positioned in these 4 forts, and we can hold almost a full stack. That's 12 units there plus 2 free units at Byrig, so that's 14 units that we could use to defend against the goblins. So I'd advise doing that. At least fill out these 2 forts. This other fort is a bit farther away. You'd have to send cavalry to it to actually make them back in 1 turn. But it's something I would absolutely recommend. Now, Huntmaster Freka is bringing his small army. Menthar is also nearby. I think they'll both, or perhaps Tarragon will go to Barod Vin. I'm not sure where I'm actually going to send Menthar at the moment. Maybe he can sit in Dunland. Though, honestly, I kind of want to get a watchtower rolling up here in these foothills so that I can actually see the goblins a little bit earlier. So I think we'll go for that. We finished the barracks in Dunyard, so now we have access to all of these units. Falon warriors, long spears, Falon border guards especially will be very useful against Rohan, being that they have 13 defense, 7 defense skill, but 5 shield. Means that even against the skirmishers, sure they have low armor, but as long as they're facing their skirmishers or their horse archers, they are actually decently tanky. So I want to pick up one of those, and we're probably going to need some pikemen. Since Rohan, they might go for this town over here, and I'm hoping they just throw themselves up against Bregnos. But once we do have to fight them, we obviously want to have some spears ready to intercept. That leaves us with about 3,000 gold. Everything is building. We're getting economy at Byrig. I could even hold off on one of these. I think it's probably better just to get them. We can even make a move on Harrod with this army. In fact, honestly, getting these raiders to Harrod could be useful to take that early. It might be worthwhile to actually send a couple of these fort units westwards. Grab Harrod, grab Barod Vin, kind of both in one fell swoop. Now for missions, we do have a mission to send an emissary to Arnor, but I don't think, yeah, no, we are not going to make that in time. Yeah, no, we aren't. So that's going to be a failed mission. only 750 gold anyway, so I'm not concerned about it. Let's see here. Can you... Okay, now I can actually enter diplomatic relations. We'll try again one more turn later when we get the army nearby to see if we can trade them for the keep, but I kind of doubt it. And we are back with a candidate for adoption, but he's lazy, he's got no governing traits, and he's not even a good commander, so... Murdagian? I think that's how you would say his name, Murdagian. Yeah, you are not welcome in the halls of the chieftain. I am sorry, my good friend. We'll put up that watchtower right there. So now we can actually see Osen Edel, which is nice. We can actually get an idea if something's going to be happening. Now, are you actually... You're the new general, right? Yeah, you're the new governor, so you can stay there. Freka, make your way on over. We might have to just fight these guys. They have war wagons. That's actually a bit scary. Let's grab these slingers then. We could always use more of those. And before we do the trade, let's check our infrastructure. Tharbad got the Mason's Hall. So do we want to go more economy at Beirig? I feel like we do. I feel like Tharbad can wait. Beirig is arguably more important. If we get crop rotation, it's going to take 6 turns. Oh, honestly, maybe the Master Mason's Guild Hall would be useful to make everything a bit more cheaper and make it be done a little quicker. That way you get crop rotation in 5 turns and everything else is a little bit faster. I think we'll do that. It's a big investment up front, but a worthy one, and we'll get land clearance in Tharbad, start getting the population raise there. So let's see if they will actually accept the trade and we can do this without bloodsheds. That would be quite nice. I'll give you that, and you give me Barod Vin, and I will give you trade rights and map information. That is my proposal to you, Enid Wife. Okay, well, they don't want it, so it would appear that war is the following method then. So we could just fight them now. We'll see what they want to do with these war wagons. They might just retreat. I could just declare war now, because I don't want them to, like, run back to, like, send this army past us. That wouldn't be good if they just attacked, like, this settlement. Do we take the risk? I feel like we need to. They're in our way. We're going to declare war. Actually, we can't even reach them, so that's not even happening this turn anyway. Okay, well, that's not happening. Chieftain Yakdak, why don't you put the watchtower over here? Looks like they are making their way towards Dunland, so it's a good thing we've built up the army over here. He's actually got a decent force. He could go in and fight off Rohan. Let's see, are they even going for Bregnos? They have 1 unit there. They might be going for Gund down here, though it does have a full stack garrison. I'll be curious to see what Dunland ultimately decides to do there. But yeah, a lot of quick turns happening at the beginning of this campaign, just since there's not a whole lot happening and our realm is small. Look, there's a decent Rohan army making its way for Bregnos. But yeah, we should just keep speeding through these turns, and then soon we'll take Barod Vin, and then we'll give them Argon for peace, because I don't want Argon. It's a waste for our nation. We don't want to go north, we want to go south. You have a bride? I guess I'll take that. I'm not really too concerned about who gets married and who has children. Dunland got a chicken farming, so that should help with the population. I would love to get the catapults here, which means, yeah, we were going for population. I remember now. Vile got land clearance, so where did that army go? Questions for later. Now we actually have some money for Tharbad, although we're actually already building, so maybe we just get like a Freckelinger training grounds in Dunland, or maybe we get the Dune. I guess we don't need either at the moment. We could get the Ballista Maker rolling. That at least gives us some siege for now. I think we'll grab that. I usually don't do this, so I'm interested to try new tactics. So let's just take a look around with the diplomat, make sure there's no hidden armies. I think we're okay. So Freka will go right there. Let's pick up... we can't get any mercenaries because of that. We could honestly use these bandits. I think we'll be okay. We have a small army. We're going to go in, just immediately rush this on the next turn. And I guess we also have these Clan Spearmen and Terraglan nearby, so we're not really in danger yet. Now Menthar, maybe Menthar should grab the army that's going to go take Harrod. Hopefully Dunland goes to fight them. When we do this Rohan army, we kind of need to deal with them now, but I kind of hope that they'll either attack us and that this army will go west. I worry that if I attack this, then this army might go up north. I guess we'll give it one more turn. Let's just see what they do. Look, and there's another army. Okay, so Rohan is starting to pour in now. So we have pretty much lost our grace period, so we have to move quickly. And I guess that Enedwythe army ended up at Tharbad of all places, so we might try to sally out here, use the slingers to hopefully take out the war wagons. Let's see what they actually have, first of all. Herders, border guards, and war wagons. I think this army could do it, but let's go through our campaign first. Dunland got the leather worker, which is excellent. I want to get that blacksmith rolling here, because these guys are going to need armor to actually survive against all of Rohan. Now, they're probably hiding. This is the other army, though. So where did the original force go? They might be hiding. Hopefully they're besieging that. I mean, on a defensive battle, I could probably take this, but man, I don't like how they will have a full stack here any moment. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's do the battle for Barod Vin. Let's get this sorted out. He just has Mordag Fisherman, and he's a javelin unit himself, so this should be a very simple battle. We have slingers, I think, so we can kind of shoot them from out of range. And being that it's a wild man castle or keep settlement, I think this one's a castle. There should be low enough walls that we can either shoot above them or easily just make it inside the settlement. Okay, so it's the Mott and Bailey. The classic Mott and Bailey. So not actually the best for our slingers. Maybe we'll go that way. Brekka will actually have some use here, since he, being cavalry, and though he's unshielded, he is our arguably strongest melee unit. So let's have slingers keep going forward. We won't need a whole lot of our army against just Mordag fishermen and the like. They might stay out of range. I don't think we can actually get in range of them here. I think we'd be just out of it. Yeah, I don't think we can sling over this wall. Or can we? Looks like we actually can. I see the slings going through at the clan heralds. Potentially the more threatening unit, since they do have 12 attack, 15 defense. We could get more kills on the Mordag fishermen, since they're more lightly armored. But for now, I'll just take this, since they are the more threatening unit. If we can rush the Harriers inside, they can easily clean up the Mordag fishermen. Are we in range yet? Can you guys get in range? I would love to be able to shoot those guys too. Clan Heralds are taking some damage, which is nice. I don't imagine they can actually get in range here. They appear to be struggling to find the right distance. There we go. And still firing on the Clan Heralds is nice. I think we'll just kind of stay defensive for now. Oh, they're taking some damage. Was that from the slingers? I wonder. But they are getting slung at now, which is good. It's very good for us. Alright, Clan Axemen, you guys charge the Clan Heralds, please. You can take those javelins. I mean, someone's got to do it, right? You guys work on the fishermen. You guys also work on the fishermen. I think they're going to just... I think they're going to be blocked is the issue here. Look, only this one man is actually firing here. Let's try to get up on the hill. We'll just play very defensive for now. Oh, yeah, there's that new javelin animation there. Got a peek of it as they run, and then they throw the spears. But thankfully, we are in melee combat, and they're not able to throw spears. Mostly through the backs of their own people. Here, I guess we'll try to get behind with these guys. I'd like to sling them as long as possible. And they're running in. Oh, jeez. Forgot we had the spearmen coming in. Alright, well, they took a volley, that's for sure. Activate an early defensive stance. I think we are... Yep, we are throwing some rocks at them. That is nice. Here, you lads, maybe get right back behind the walls. Now, Freka, I don't think you're going to get an actual charge here. Uh-oh. They might throw javelins at you, which wouldn't be great. You're just getting melee then. Don't let them throw. They're doing the animation. Looks like they were able to maybe throw a volley there. I can't really tell if they did. I think our slingers are done, though. I don't think they're going to get any more damage. We'll just turn up the speed now. Honestly, the battle music is very quiet. Get that going. I think it's because it's different music when you play as Dunland and the Wildman. You get kind of a different, you get different soundtracks when you play as their culture. Now, I don't know if I'm really allowed to say this yet. It's about Warhammer 3. I'm sure it's fine. I will be getting access to Immortal Empires on the 10th of August, so about 2 weeks before it is publicly released. And I believe I also get the Chaos Champions DLC around that time also. It might be a little bit after, but I believe it's right at the same time. But something I don't know if I'll do any content on it. I wanted to do Warhammer content for a while, and then Warhammer 3 was had a kind of a rough launch, and admittedly I was really waiting for Immortal Empires to come out so we actually had all of the factions from game 1 and 2, and I was more interested in that rather than just playing with like the 7 launch factions. I felt like it was just lacking in diversity. So I might go back to trying to cast battle replays, and because I'm definitely going to do multiplayer when that comes out. I just didn't want to do it with the same 7 factions over and over again, but with Immortal Empires, I'm actually looking forward to that. So I might do that. That might be something that I get back to on the channel, but I don't want it to take away from normal Divide and Conquer videos that happen. 145 by the Harriers. I'm not really surprised there. A simple battle, but we will see just how much money that Barod Vin actually makes. It starts off around 1,000 or so. Given that if they have the port done, that's nice. It also has a pre-built ballista maker, and I think it's just the resources, or maybe it's the trade with Tharbat. It makes money, is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's a nice settlement for that. So we've conquered. We'll occupy 648. Okay, not terrible. Now, we do need to handle this army over here. I'm going to try to take care of this captain. We outnumber them 2-1, and they're mostly just ranged cavalry anyway. And we have a lot of spears. The only real threat is the war wagons if they do run through our lines, but maybe with the slingers we can take care of those. And they might just stay on the defense. Ooh, it's a bridge battle, actually. Okay. That makes things more interesting. Let's see if they'll actually come to us. That would be preferred. Nope, I think they're just going to stand there, so we'll just use up all of our ammo if we can. See how that first volley of slings does against the war wagons. Honestly, pretty inaccurate. Let's try to shoot the herders then. Oh, don't get into melee. Do not get into melee with me. That is not what I want. Oh, no, I think we just, I think I screwed up. I think I screwed up. Alright, run away. Run away. Get away from the war wagons and their body-piercing javelins. That was a mistake. Okay, are they retreating? They're retreating. Okay, this is good. Let's try that again. Maybe let's try to actually shoot down the war wagons now, instead of just rushing up there like that. That was risky. Like, they're already getting bloodied, so they might die quickly here, which would be nice. Look at them just knock over their own men. Here comes the next volley. And they're overlapped with the other, with their herders now, which is nice. Come on, take out the war wagons, please. Like, the border guards might get into melee here. Yeah, I think they're bugging out right now. Okay, we don't want to, like, get too dense in our formation here. Let's have them start fighting the border guards. Save the skirmisher ammo. This is actually going to be a very long, drawn-out fight against border guards with clan spearmen. I mean, they're just so much better than clan spearmen. It's going to be kind of a slog. We might be able to just push through with sheer numbers, though. I mean, we're winning so far, actually. We're not doing bad. We're taking damage. If we can actually get the axemen to run behind them, and use our numbers, then we can kind of negate their defense skill. Although we're literally on like the perfect place for them to be. Oh, they're running away. Oh, that's actually great. We're gonna get lots of kills attacking their backs now. Yep, their retreat. That was a very bad mistake by the AI. You do not want to ever have Falon border guards turn their backs because they lose pretty much all of their defense. I'm gonna just keep chasing them. I'm gonna pursue. It's okay if we take some damage here. Okay, let's get away from the war wagons, please. We actually did manage to kill one, which is nice. Alright, this is a very funky bridge battle. Alright, come on guys, get over here. Shoot the war wagons. I need those things dead, because those body-piercing javelins can do a lot of damage. So they're down to only 19. Thankfully they are glass cannons. But on a bridge battle, if I let these guys just shoot into my formation, yeah, it would not be good. This might be their general too, so killing him might just be for the best. Although, no, it looks like it's on the herders. If we get a little closer, they seem to be missing a lot of shots. Oh, I think they're going to run up now. Alright, let's just use our ammo. We can always retrain these guys. Yeah, they can always be retrained. Come on, they're down to only 9. Keep firing. Looks like the border guards might be defending them. Come on, they are still only at 3 models left, 9 men. I think we're just going to have to go into melee. Let us hope for the best here. Now, we do have spears engaged, so they might just get stuck, which would be nice. And get poked to death by spears. Come on. Yep, there they go. Another one's down. I think that's the last one. And I think that's going to be it. I think this last war wagon will get stuck, torn down, and then it's just the Fulani herders and these border guards that we need to kill. They're taking some damage, that's okay. Maybe we move up our other spears. Are they still firing? There we go. That's what I wanted to do. I will end that battle. We might get lucky and get a new general to actually defend Tharbad. I just did not want to leave those guys anywhere near my territory where they could just, you know, cause devastation. Because devastation hurts a lot. You don't want to have devastation. And we'll just ransom them, and they didn't take it. No worries for me. It doesn't look like we get a man of the hour, but that is just fine. We have a little more money now. What was I going to build? Or was it something I was going to recruit? I can't remember. I guess we could always do something at Barod Vin. Now we have the drinking hall, chicken farming, the fisheries done, the ballista maker, and the leather tanner. So far it's a decent capture. I guess we should get the levy grounds because it does have a free upkeep slot. So you'll want that. And now we want to send our diplomat to go find... Ah, perfect. There he is. So ceasefire. I will give you guys Argond. Balanced. Let's get trade. And will you take that? They don't seem to want that. How about... I don't want to just sell them that settlement. We might need to wait a little bit longer. They might still be really mad at us. It's like the same turn. So maybe we'll give it a moment before we try it. Although our diplomat is now getting kind of bad traits here. So we might be locked into war a bit longer. I was hoping I could just sell that to them. But they don't seem to want to do it for a ceasefire. I might need to bring these guys down. Let's take these 2 units. Move them towards Barod Vin. We are going to need more units. Like, honestly, if they do just want to fight, we can go for Alk food. But our other problem is going to be down here with Rohan. So we need to bring in the other reinforcements. We have 3,000 gold coming in. So let's pick up these 4 units. You guys join up with Menthar, and Menthar will make his way down south. We should be out of range of that army. And yeah, we pretty much have to push into Rohan now and hope that we can get a ceasefire with Enidwite, because that's a much larger army. I'm not too scared because of Freka. And Kaer Andros is under attack, and Osgiliath. When are these places ever not under attack? And here we are, yes, Glirhuin aids us. Dunland marches ever forward. 7 regions now number under our control. Such majesty has not been seen since the time of Wolf himself. With this wealth and territory, there are few who question the decisions of Wolf's line. After all, our king has proven himself to be mightier military leader than any since Wolf himself with his conquests. Now, Glirhuin is an absolute Chad. This man, being that he is a pike unit, is just fantastic. He's got an amazing stat line. Wolfguard pikes 9 attack. Honestly, it's probably still overtuned. I think that's the highest attack stat of a pikeman unit in the entire mod, outside of the unique one that comes from Buzzradoom that the dwarves get, but those might be halberds. No, those are definitely pikes, I think. The Honor Guard of Beleriand. But 9 attack is outrageous. It probably should be toned down, but I mean, I'm going to absolutely use it, because if the game launches in this current status, then you guys will love having this general. He is honestly probably one of the best generals to use up against Rohan. Now we have that army to deal with. Before we go fight them, I always like to go through my construction first. Tharbad, do we want to get like a garrison here, or are we not too concerned? I'm not too concerned, actually. I think I just want to develop it for money. Honestly, the port will help with that, but it's going to take a little bit of time before we can get there. So maybe get the market. Are we struggling with corruption at all? A little bit, not too terrible. Could also get either a Dunhere Dune or a Frecklinger training grounds to get some cavalry, which might help in the north. Was that the only settlement that had stuff done this turn? It looks like it was. We do want to upgrade this place, so market, how much would that give us? 50 more building income, some trade. But communal farming looks like it's going to be ultimately better for us, so let's do that. King Yakdak got a biographer, and Barod Vin is ready to upgrade. That is nice. Let's try again for peace, just to see if we can get it. Again, I will give you guys Argond for a ceasefire. That's all I want. And they don't quite want that still. So I guess we're going to hold on to Argond for now. Let's have Freka go out. Put a watchtower over here, please. Let's get some vision. That should do, and head back to Barod Vin. We'll have him join up with this captain, and then I hope they just send their army against Harrod, because then we could easily go crush it. Let's just check over here. I don't see that other army anywhere, so we might be in the clear. But now we must deal with these Rohan armies. Let's just check to make sure there's no ambushing units. I think we're clear. I think we're safe. Menthar is nearby. Do we have enough pikemen to actually just do this with just Yakthak? Let's check. Let's go here. We have 1,200 to 1,000. Arachir swordsmen, mostly just scouts. He is a spear unit, but they do have some Helmingas, and we don't have cavalry to really chase them down. I think we could honestly just do this with his army. I'd rather have the other one, but let's test Yakthak's ability. Let's make this a fair fight. Now, the key with fighting Rohan is you need them to come to you, which is honestly easier said than done. It's honestly easier if you have artillery, which is kind of why I want to get the catapults going and get a few of those in my main anti-Rohan army. But for now, let's do this. Clan Hunters can go here and here, right behind the Orthanc Guard. Put some long spears there. I'm okay with letting the Orthanc Guard tank the front line. Ideally, I'd rather have it be the border guards, but they can tank all of the archers. Let's do this for now. We'll move up. Let's see, do we want to move up the clan hunters? Let's start up with them. We'll shoot at Helmingas, since Helmingas have decent stats. 10 melee attack, 14 defense. They are decently strong. And we should be in range now. Perfect. Let's do that. And get these spearmen over here. And bring up the border guards. We do not want to get flanked. Now, it will be a bit of a shoot-off for now. But Orthanc Guard, I mean, look at these shields. I love these shields. I think they just look amazing. They have 29 defense with a 5 shield value. So these non-armor piercing Helmingas, they will fire back at us, and they have a shield value themselves, but they aren't going to survive for long. Although air-red skirmishers will actually cause us some issues. But they appear to be wanting to fire. Yep, they're firing at us. We're not going to tank those as well, since they are armor piercing, but let's just fire back at them. Yeah, Rohan archers shooting at us. That's okay. I think slingers should be more than enough to take out most of the Arachir skirmishers. And honestly, if his bodyguard starts dying off, that's just fine. They replenish up to 77 anyway. So I'm not concerned about their numbers. We're just going to continue to shoot at the Helmingas. And let's see, do we want to switch to the horse archers? Let's switch to the horse archers. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see, border guards maybe fall back a little bit. You guys get off of skirmish mode. That's the last thing I want you to do. It looks like we've only lost maybe a few long spears and like 3 Orthanc guard, and they've just been tanking all of the arrows. They're kind of like Halbrad in a way, except they have shields and much heavier armor. And I love that design. The upgraded, like that Isengard plate looks so good. Honestly, Bill Baraka did amazing work with these models. Him and I think, was it Larinian? It actually says on here somewhere, or no, I guess it's gone now. I guess they took out the credits to them. Huh. I think they're still in on some units, right? Yeah, Bill Baraka and Larinian, so they're still around. I don't know if, I can't remember. I don't think Bill Baraka's really doing anything right now for Divide and Conquer. I think he's back to working on AGO. And currently things are a bit slow with the mod, as I believe Lynx is on vacation, if I'm not mistaken. I know he said he was going to be out for 2 weeks, and then when he's back, he'll go back to doing more modding. So things have been a little slow lately. There really hasn't been any updated changelogs since about the time that I started this campaign, so no real changes to speak of yet. Honestly, I would say version 5 is really close to completion. It's mostly just making sure, I think it's more quality control and making sure there's no major bugs. There's still some work to be done between Arnor and the Reunited Kingdom that still needs to be finished out. Are they just going to stand still the entire time? You gotta come up eventually. Come on, Rohan. Well, let's just put it on time 6 then, because they are just standing there menacingly. I guess we can move up a little bit more. Yeah, I think they're just going to keep firing, which is annoying. Well, we might as well move these guys up. Let's shoot the Helmingas. Get rid of them, because they have decent melee stats, so I don't really want to be engaging with them. Keep on firing. Maybe hit those Arachir skirmishers now that they've actually stopped doing that circle formation, which is really annoying. Nope, they're going back to it. Most of the Helmingas are dead, which is nice. I think we move up our general now. Yep, get closer, please. And shoot at Arachir swordsman. We actually have a lot of units that we left in the back line here. Let's move them up. I think, yeah, they're just going to pretty much stay there, I guess. A little annoying that they're just going to stay back and fight, but I guess I'll take it. We can use up all of our ammo. I guess they want to use up all their ammo too. Let's switch to those guys. Some Rohirrim over here might actually be worth shooting at with the crossbows. I wish Rohan would actually just use your cavalry and attack. Like, I get you're on the defensive, you have archers, but you need to go out and attack. You can't just stay here. Alright, we'll switch to the scouts now. They have a decent number left. Oh, now they come out to attack us. It took that long to get them to actually move. Alright, well, let's move you guys over here. Looks like they're going to go for a flank with those peasant scouts, so let's get prepared. Landspearman did engage. Defensive mode, please. You guys charge the scouts, intercept. And let's use defensive stance. The Akdak should be able to survive here. Look, there's his model. I actually haven't looked at it yet, but he looks very, very, very good. He should have no issue beating Yorling Spearmen. I mean, we've obviously got this battle. That's not a problem. The peasant scouts are running, which is nice. Is that their general just standing back there? Why is he just standing back there? It's so annoying. Use your cavalry offensively, please. Clan Hunters start moving to flank. You at least have some use in that regard, as they have basically the same melee stats as the axemen do. Alright, spearmen, move forward. Get deep in the cavalry lines, trap the peasant scouts. There we go, that's looking great. Our front line is holding strong. We're going to charge those peasant scouts. And clan hunters now charging the peasant militia. Honestly, look at the difference in quality between these models. Like, it's night and day. Rohan is honestly due for work in version 6, and that's kind of their plan. Version 6 might be somewhat of a Northmen type update, because Dale is going to be getting a look at. Rohan is going to be getting changes, and I believe that's also when Mordor and Moria will be getting their updates too. So kind of a Northmen and Goblin update that we'll be seeing. Let's try to catch some Helmingas if we can. 88% is dead. We could honestly just ransom the army. Here, capture them please. Get the peasant militia. If we're going to ransom them, we might as well capture all of them. Get them. 42. That's probably as good as we're going to get. Got 443 by Orthanc Guard, 104 by Long Spears. I don't know why they just stood there on the defensive mode. They should have attacked. That's something that's, I think, going on with the AI too. I wish they were more aggressive, especially with their cavalry. It's only 450 gold. Let's go ahead. They don't want to take the ransom, which is just fine. And look at that. He actually matches his campaign model. That's really nice. So let's go back to Dunland. Menthar and Glirhuin may push. Let's put you over here. Let's get a watchtower rolling. Let's have our spy move down south. I might try to push for Harrod while I can. We might need to take a second Enidwythe town to actually get them to give us peace. It's kind of the hard thing right now. I mean, I guess if I just take Alk food, I'm set economically. Maybe we'll just stay at war. I think we can handle wars on two fronts. If not, we'll die trying. Get some hill riders rolling. And that should be good. We'll have a little bit of money left over for the next turn. The Darwinian have gone for the Northmen route. That is really cool. I like that. I mean, I think the elves are fine too, but maybe the Northmen route works out better for the AI. See, if we blockade Long Angren, we'll get a military unit, but we don't have a boat. How are we supposed to do that? We can't even get a boat for a while. I mean, maybe when the port's done, we could go recruit one. Honestly, though, if we did get a boat, we could start sacking Enidwythe on their weaker fronts. Tempting, very tempting. Alright, Freka, I'm just going to do a deep move with you. Looks like there's an Enidwythe army right there. Let's check down south. Alright, we'll wait a couple of turns. We'll see if we can get some good diplomatic traits with him, but he does have some bad influence. Maybe it's worth it to get a second diplomat. And as for money, looks like Byrreg finished its building. What did we just get? We got the Mason's Hall, that's right. So we can get crop rotation or go for a Mason's Guild house. Let's see here. If we go for trade, that's some okay money. I guess getting trade would work because then he might getting trade ancillaries, but also crop rotation is nice. That's another like 70 gold there, plus the population, which means more taxes. So we'll do that. Now Glirhuin, maybe you should head to Dunland. Menthar, move right there. I think Menthar will be the man. Oh, look at that. They actually are attacking Harrod. That is perfect. Okay. Hide in the trees. Just kind of make them think that we don't actually have an army here. Okay, or don't hide in the trees. That's fine too. Captain Kant, you join at Barod Vin. I guess we should retrain and get some armor on those guys. Is it even worth it? Yeah, no, we don't need to invest in Argon. I don't care about that settlement. Terraglan honestly needs to move somewhere. Maybe Terraglan could join up with Menthar to take Harrod, because I don't want Terraglan sitting in Bile. That's such a waste for his uses. In fact, if we take him out... we lose 200 gold, though. That's the downside. I guess we can put the taxes on low. Terraglan, yeah, go join up with Menthar. We might just push for Alkfood. I might just say screw peace, and there is only war. We can take Alkfood and maybe see if they want peace from there. If not, whatever. I want that capital now. That's going to give us money. We could get Mordag Fishermen here. Let's send our spy. They actually captured the town, which is nice. They'll start to build it up for us, and they threw their army up against that settlement. Now they just need to throw their army up against Gund. Question is, do we want to let them build up Bregnos, or do we want to just kind of push in deep at Eisenrun? If we push down this way, we can stop them. But also, then we border more of Anadwyth, and we're kind of split here. Instead of Rohan just attacking us at Dunland. So maybe we take Alkfood, we take Harrod, and then we can swoop down to Karas and Bregnos and kind of like keep Rohan out and isolated on one side. Though maybe just going for a quick sack at Eisenrun could be useful. So can we move this whole army up? Which one cannot move? That's Glirhuin. So Glirhuin, why don't you stay over there? We're going to send Chieftain King Yagthak out. He's going to start getting ready for some Rohan pillaging. And we're still relatively safe back here. Do we have trade with the goblins? I hope we have trade with the goblins. And I think we're okay. I guess we could bring these units out of Barod Vin. But I think the next step is to go for Harrod, right? I mean, look at that. They have a decent army here with the Mokaini and everything. We might need the catapults. And here we are on the next turn. Now, if we get lucky, Rohan would declare war on Anadwyth. It'd be interesting to see if they do that. Can't imagine they will. Although, actually, with Anadwyth bordering them, that actually might just happen. There's a possibility for that. So I think what we can do is we can have Glirhuin get an army to defend at Dunland. And let's get these long spears. And we can move on to Eisenrun on the following turn, and then we should get alerts pretty soon, I think. We have a new diplomat here. Myone, you're much, much better than our other diplomats. Let's have you go over here. Although, I guess, now that I'm thinking about it, we don't really need that. We'll continue to use Turadon as a spy. Oh, look, they do have a second army here, but they did take Harrod. They managed to beat the garrison there. Now we can kind of push in. Menthar, you don't have the army for it yet, but with Terraglan the Bloody joining in, I think you might be set. Let's do that. Alright, so Anadwyth is sending units over here. They have a guy by Argond. We might just be able to sell them Argond and just do it like that way. That could be easier. Alright, so we need to deal with this army, so let's have you go there. What do they even have? Oh, they do have herders there, so we can't just go in alone. Let's send in some of the reinforcements that we have here. Alright, let's do that. Fight the battle. This might be the last one for today's episode. I'm going to try to keep these under an hour. This will be our final battle for this episode, and then next week we'll perhaps, I think we'll do the battle for Harrod and push on for Alkfood. It should be fun. It should be fun. I feel confident in our strength. Right, now, the only downside is Freka's going to come in as a somewhat late reinforcement, but it shouldn't be too bad. Double long spears and spearmen in the front. We're looking good. Let's start marching forward, please. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Hello? That is not what I wanted to do. Okay, that's more the formation I had. Okay, cool. Okay, can we rotate? There we go. I think the Kife Huntsmen are about to be in range, so we need to keep moving a bit more. See, where are you at? Oh, you're in the back line. Okay, get away. Get away from those guys, please. Alright, let's hit those Phylani herders. We might be able to get a big charge here. Let's go into a wide formation. Hit those herders. I go for the Kife Huntsman. Alright, I think we just gotta rush in. Use defensive stance. See a big volley of rocks slinging into these Kife Huntsmen. That's what I like to see. It looks like they are starting to rout. They are already pretty much running away. This is actually really good for us. Let's go for those guys. Come on, can we charge? Can we charge? There we go. Taking some damage from the Phylani herders, but it's not too bad. Your long spears, why don't you run into melee? We are taking some damage up against the Mordag fishermen, but that's okay. Long Spear's going in for a charge now. It's a very weird charge. They're kind of just walking, but it works. Let's keep on running. Oh, they are actually riding. Perfect. Alright, that was a lot quicker than I expected. Oh, let's just keep shooting at the herders then. I can absorb some of their javelin fire for now. Alright, let us go in, capture this Mordag fisherman. We're still getting shot up, only 22 remaining. This is good. Let's get these slingers a bit closer. And easy battle. Very easy battle. And there we are. Looks like got 93% there. Excellent work. We did take some damage. That's okay. Mostly just your casualties sustained. Yeah, 64 on those spearmen. Kind of to be expected. They took all of the archer fire, the javelin fire, and they went into melee. But they fulfilled their duty. And clan spearmen, a dime a dozen. Kind of like the Runic clan units, really. The Runic Dartai clansmen and the clan axemen of Dunland are basically the same unit, although I think the Runic ones might have better defense. It might be about the same. See, we'll ransom those. They don't want to take it. That's okay. I guess we'll just take this army. And let's go for that fort. I don't think we can reach it. Oh, we could get a mercenary longship. That it's only 100 gold a turn. I'm going to take it. We can use it to move around the port. We could maybe take another settlement. We could do a lot of things with that. At the very least, we could maybe finish the mission and see what kind of unit we get. I should have checked this first. Skilled bureaucrat, but he's already in our army, so we can't actually recruit him, unfortunately. Got the ballista maker here. We're not making money, though. That is the downside. Now, we have to take this next settlement and perhaps take Hulk food and take Eisenroom. But once we do that, we'll be swimming in money again. So I think I'll just end the turn. We'll see what happens. And we'll just go through our construction. We have a couple battles that looks like are going to happen on this turn. We have to fight Arachir with King Yagthak. Now, Enelwith is bringing forth their first army. General Seark will meet us on the field of battle, so we may need to retreat for now. And we are under siege by Leadon Billman. We have no hope of beating that unit. So I might actually just try the sell method then. I will give you guys Argond. You will give me your map information. And you'll become a vassal. Now you will give me... They have reasonable income, so I will just take 5,000 gold for my efforts. And that seems fair, right? Looks like they took it. That works for us. We sold the settlement. We weren't going to hold that anyway. We're going to get rid of that unit. They got some free units from it, so it kind of balances it out. And that gives us enough money to actually get some stuff going on here. Let's get some slingers at Barod Vin. We could upgrade it, but I don't think we need to just yet. Bell, are you worth getting anything at? Not really. Dunland, we need population here, and we've gotten all that we can. I don't really need another military building. Dunland is working on its blacksmith, which is nice. So maybe we do just get like the Mason's Hall at Bile, because that's something cheap, easy to get. And then we have some money for Tharbad. We'll probably fill up this fort, so I guess we'll get a couple units. Maybe Bile can get a few units also. Same with Dunland. If we're going to be attacking Rohan settlements, we're going to need more long spears and more clan spearmen. But aside from that, I think I will end the episode now. Bregnos is nearby. We're going to be entering Rohan land and actually taking the offensive to them. And very soon we're also going to go ahead and siege Harrod, which they've actually abandoned. So I'm just gonna do this right now. We're going to just besiege Harrod. If they come back with that army, we can take it. If not, then we get Harrod at basically no cost to us. So until the next episode, my friends, hope you are enjoying the series, and farewell.